Okay, let's try this again. I've already made this video once and then the program crashed and I lost it. So let's see if I can do it again, do it a little better this time. So on this one, we're on 3.1 here. I forgot to mention earlier, notice when they say lines with the S in parentheses, that means one or more answers on there. It could be a line, it could be lines, same for planes. So these can have more than one answers. A couple of these I didn't like the answers. I mentioned that earlier. Name a pair of parallel lines. It's actually two pairs that they expect you to do on this one. Two pairs. And they're expecting two pairs on this one. They're stretching some of these ideas a little bit more. Remember here, you can have different names on these. So I'm noticing, okay, they're marked parallel. That makes this line parallel to this line. Okay, so I've got WN is parallel to YZ, line YZ. And so I'm going to come up here and check it. And I've already marked these so I know where the answer is. But I see, the only place I see YZ is I see with this within WX, the and, that's just showing it's parallel. But I come down here and I look at it, well, here's X, well, that's still the same line. That's the same name, that's what we've talked about earlier. Sometimes you get the right answer, and it's named a little bit different than your answer, so that one's fine. We got that up here. That's the same as WX. You don't have to change your answer. You just need to recognize that that's the same of it. And then there's another pair of parallel lines over here. You've got that other mark on those, so you can get that. Two pairs of perpendicular lines. Again, they want two pairs of them here. Well, you can get it pretty easy from this right here on the first one. But the other thing you got to remember too is if these lines are parallel, okay, and you've got a right angle here, you're also going to have a right angle there. That's your second pair of perpendicular lines. 7 and 8 aren't particularly hard to do. Do not intersect. That's easy to remember for number 7. The explains I don't like as much. They're using these definitions. There is exactly one line through the point perpendicular to the given line. There is exactly one line through the point parallel to the given line. One of them they use it to show it's parallel or perpendicular, the other to disprove it. Just identify the parallel or the perpendicular. I'm not worried about the explain on there as much. 9 to 12 is where it gets a little bit more challenging. Okay, I just want to get rid of some of this other junk up here. I probably should have paused this. Oh well. Now this is a little tricky here, so you're going to have to watch this. So I'm going to make this line my transversal first. Okay, that's why I labeled it T. So this is my transversal. These are the other two lines. We can see the transversal is crossing the other two lines right in there. Those are the angles we're going to look at. We're not going to look at these ones up here. They're not going to be in our decision making. So we just have these, and we got to get some corresponding angles. Now I'm going to start down here, angle 1. Oops, and I should do this in red, because that's for my red transversal. So I got angle 1. So I got angle 1. I notice, hey, that's on this side to the left of my transversal. That means I know my answer is going to have to be to the left of the transversal. We're looking at 5 and 6. Okay? It's to this, below this one. Well, that's a little harder to say. Let's go this way. It looks the same way. That's a little bit below, a little bit to the left. This is a lot below, a little bit to the left. That's going to be it right there, 1 and 5. And if you can get these kids, the next two sections are going to go really well for you. Okay, and we got 4 more pairs, so that means we're going to get 12 for 12 different pairs of angles over here. 6, 6, 6 for the other ones. Those are our numbers of pairs of answers. So let's try something else here. We leave the T on there. Let's do number 8. I know that's gonna be the higher number, so I'm gonna put it here. And okay, there's my transversal. That's to the left of my transversal. I know we got to be to this side of it. So that means I'm looking at 4 and 3. It's to the right of this line. That one's sort of the same direction there, to the right above, to the right above. Same general direction. You can see these arrows are going in the same direction. Definitely more going in the same direction than if I put it down here. That definitely doesn't agree. But yeah, you can see these are going in the same direction. So that makes angle 4 and angle 8. Angle 3. And we've got this side, we've got this side, we've got this side. Below and left. That's going to be it. That looks like the same general direction. That's 3 and 7. And then you got one more pair of angles you're going to get up there. Now, you need to do all of these for that transversal. So we're not going to just change this. We're going to keep going on to this one. I'm going to do my alternate interior. So I got to pick an interior angle. So we know it can't be 1 or 3. We know it's not 6 or 8. Those are exterior. Again, T is my transversal. That's my transversal right there in the red. The 2 purple lines are the lines it crosses. The ones I crossed out are on the outside. 6, 8, 1, and 3. So we know it's not going to be those. So I can pick any interior one. I'm going to pick 2. So I got angle 2. Alternate interior, it's got to be interior, opposite side of the transversal. Well, if I'm on this side of the transversal, that means my next one's got to be on this side, the right. Well, it's not 4, because 2 and 4 would be a linear pair. So we already know that angle pair. That's going to be 7. Whoops, forgot the angle. Angle 7 right there. Alternate interior angles. And we're going to get another pair for that one. 2. We can look at angle 5 up here. Okay, angle 5 is to this side. That means my other one's got to be to this side. We know it's not that adjacent to angle 7. That's the linear pair. It's got to be 4. And you only get 2 there, so you're going to get 2 for each of these transversals as you go through. Alternate exterior, do the same thing. Okay, this one has to be on the outside, so I'm looking at these angles out here because they're on the outside of my 2 lines. So I got angle 3, and I got to go outside, so it's got to be one of these 2. This one's on this side of the transversal. That's this side, so that means my answer's got to be on this side. That's got to be angle 6. You get one more pair down there. You know it's going to have angle 1 in it. Okay, consecutive interior. Again, we've got interior angles. So I'm going to look at my interior. Consecutive, they're on the same side of the transversal. So if I got angle 5, that's going to be angle. It's got to stay on this side. Consecutive are on the same side of the interior. So again, remember that same side. Consecutive interior, that's going to be angle 5 and angle 2, though the book would probably say 2 and angle 5. You're going to get one more pair down there. That's going to involve angle 4. Okay, so that's everything for transversal T. So now you've got to relook at it. Let's go green here. So actually, let's leave this red T there. That was my transversal for red. Now I'm going to use this line for my green for T. for my transversal now. So now I'm going to look at this. So I got this line for my transversal. That makes these two my other lines. We can see the transversal is crossing the other two lines down here. These ones we don't look at. And then we just go through and we do everything again for this transversal. So here, I'm going to start with angle 12. Whoops, I should do this in green. I got angle 12. So here's my transversal. That's on the top of it, above it. Okay? So I know that's got to be one of these two angles. So I got angle 12. We're doing corresponding. And it's got to be 2 or 4. I'm to the right side of my other line. I got to be to the right side of this line. That's looking like angle 4. Okay? It's that same relative position. And you just keep that going. Just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. So I did what one? 12 and 4. Let's pick 3. Oops, I got to leave that T down there. That's to this side. We got to be to this side. So that's 9 and 11. We're to the right. We need to go to the right. That's angle 11. And you're going to get 2 more pairs up there. That'll give you 4. And then the same thing for the alternate interior down here. So this is our transversal. I keep erasing that T. I forget about that. Look for your alternate interiors. So you know it's going to be the interior. So we got angle 4. So that's going to be angle 4. I got to go to the other side. That one's on top. This one's got to be on the bottom. The other side, it's angle 9. And you're going to get 2 more. So you're going to get 2 down here too. You're going to get 2 down here too for that transversal. So we've done those 2 lines for transversals. Now you got to do the last line for a transversal. So let's go blue for this one. So that's going to be T for this transversal. So that makes this my transversal. These are my 2 lines. You can see this is the area they're intersecting in down here. So we're going to ignore these up here. And we go and we do all this again. I'll do some consecutive interiors with these. We're really running out of time on this. This is going longer than I thought it would. So I need consecutive interiors. Well, this one's a little harder to see. Remember, these are my lines. There's my transversal. I got to be on the inside for this one. These are on the inside. It's on the inside of the mouth. If you think about that as an open mouth, those are on the inside. And so I want alternate consecutive interior. So that would be 12. Same side is going to be 8. So I should have had this in blue down here, because that was my blue one. So that was angle 12 and angle 8. And then angle 7 and what? Angle 7, and what angle is that? Angle 10. Very good. Glad you got it without waiting for me. And then, so you're going to do that. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. I know there's not a lot of room. 1, 2 more here. 1, 2 more here. And that's going to take you to the end of that. This was a long one. You'll get it, kids. Important section. Don't ignore this.